Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
How to optimize visitor content flow. Have you ever wondered how people experience your website? If you have, you are not alone. Website user experience, UX, and user interface, UI, are focal points in judging how effective websites are. So much depends on a website's design, or eventual facelift, and look that we scrutinize them in every aspect. What is visitor content flow? One way to assess website design is by a website's visitor content flow. Visitor content flow describes the navigation layout of your website. Website visitors can follow particular paths by clicking on various menus, pages, and links, before leaving. Designing these paths optimally is the key to attracting visitors to your website. Good visitor content flow helps website visitors find what they are looking for. If visitors cannot find what they are looking for, they leave. It sounds simple, but it is hard to achieve ideal visitor content flow. Website visitors can be put off by the smallest inconveniences, like not finding a particular menu where they expect to find it. So it's important to structure your visitor content flow in the most intuitive way possible. With so much competition on the internet, you need to make sure your website's visitor content flow is top-notch. Otherwise, you will push potential customers to your competitors. Visitors who don't understand how to navigate a website opt for one with a more intuitive navigation. They can afford to give up easily because competitor websites are just a click away. Analyze user flow. To start optimizing your website's content flow, you must analyze your website's user flow. User flow is how users navigate your website. It is the steps they take through menus, pages, and links, whether it leads them to purchasing a product or leaving the website altogether. Understanding user flow is the first step to optimizing your visitor content flow. To access user flow data, you must use a web analytics tool. Popular web analytics tools include Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics. No matter which web analytics tools you use, you will be able to access user flow reports that give you insight into website user surfing behavior. Audit your website regularly to keep a pulse on how visitors navigate through your website. This tells you not only about your website's visitors but about how good its content flow is. To get the most out of user flow data, pay attention to the following. Find out where visitors are landing on your website. Just because your website has a homepage does not mean that's where visitors land first. Perhaps most of your visitors are referred to a popular page on your website. Find out what landing pages matter to your customers and highlight them or add more content like it. Find out which pages and resources are used most. If you find that most visitors use the blog on your website, figure how you can direct more visitors from the blog to the product shopping cart, for example. After all, your website should help your business and not just be ornamental. Pay attention to when visitors are leaving your website. If most visitors leave your website on the shopping cart page, for e-commerce sites, perhaps they are getting stuck somewhere along the way to completing the purchase. Maybe high shipping prices are turning them away. There are numberless ways to explain user flow behavior. Try to narrow them down and eliminate reasons for visitors to leave, so you can get as many to stay or respond to calls to action, CTAs, as possible. How many visitors leave your website upon arrival, without exploring another page, is measured by the bounce rate. The bounce rate will be high if user expectations are not met. So keep the bounce rate low by identifying user expectations and delivering on them as much as possible. Identify conversion paths. On a Web Analytics user flow report, you can trace how visitors navigate through your website. These are called interactions. Depending on the size of your website, there could be countless unique interactions, paths. The key is to identify interactions that lead to conversions. Conversions are actions you want website visitors to take. This could simply be buying a product. However, conversions can also include smaller goals, like visitors signing up for a newsletter or answering a survey. Look for trends in which interactions lead to conversion and see how you can optimize other user flow paths to do the same. In Google Analytics, you can find conversion path data in the Top Conversion Paths report, under the Multi-Channel Funnels section. Compare user behavior on different devices. You may find that your visitors behave differently depending on which device they are using. Different devices include computers, tablets, and mobile phones. If, for example, you discover that you get more conversions from mobile users, find out why. Maybe your mobile site is more user-friendly than your regular one. Whatever disparities you find can be useful in optimizing your website for all devices. Compare organic versus paid website traffic. Web Analytics allows you to see how visitors land on your website. This can be valuable information because it tells you where to focus your marketing strategies. If visitors find your website through a web search, it's called organic traffic. This means visitors found your website through a search engine like Google. If visitors are referred to your website through paid ads, it's called paid traffic. This means a user clicked on an ad for your website. Web Analytics will tell you how much of your website traffic is organic versus paid. If you find that most of your traffic is paid, it could mean your ads are working and you should focus more on content and search engine optimization, SEO, to increase organic traffic. The reverse is also true. Too much organic traffic may mean it's time to improve your paid traffic with better ads. Compare time periods. Find out when your website received the most traffic. Did you offer any special promotions or deals during that time? Did you post a popular blog post that week? Analyze the peaks and troughs over time to see what you can learn. Consider also what time of day you get most visitors. Do most people visit your website in the morning or at night? Analyzing when visitors use your website can help you know how to design the content flow. With all this user flow information available at your fingertips, you are off to a good start. Here are some final practical tips for testing insights gained from user flow data. Imitate user flow to get a better understanding of user behavior. Go to your website as a regular visitor and mimic the user flows you identified previously through Web Analytics. See why some interactions lead to conversion and others do not. Nothing will evidence good or poor content flow like hands-on testing. Perform A/B testing. Another way to test user flow is through A/B testing. A/B testing involves creating two different versions of your website and seeing how users respond to each. Compare the performance of both versions of the website to see which design is superior. This can be a foolproof way to determine the best visitor content flow design. Improve visitor content flow.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.